Many of you know that the Muslim Legal Fund was founded in Dallas 18 years ago, and since then we have continued to fund legal work all across the United States. We had an idea that there was a better way for the Muslim Legal Fund to provide the same service that we were offering for the first 14 years, but it would be a better model, it would be stronger, it would be more institutionalized, and the idea was to take our annual budget and grant fund or to create a nonprofit law firm. And when we create that law firm, we can go to the lawyers that we now know, that we respect, that have great pedigrees and talent in the courtroom, and pay them a salary, hire them full-time. And alhamdulillah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had introduced us to one lawyer back in 2008. And this particular lawyer is with us tonight. His name is Charles Swift. Charlie said not only is it a good idea, but this is how every minority has built their, defended their community in the U.S. So you have the ADL for the Jewish community, the Catholic Charities for the Catholic, the NAACP for the African American community, LULAC for the Hispanic community, the Asian Law Caucus for the Asian community, and on down the line. And he said this is the model that all have adopted, and it's a better model than case funding, and I recommend that you do it. So we're like, thank you. That's exactly what we wanted to hear. Will you close your law firm in Seattle? Will you move to Dallas, Texas? Will you be the director of this law center and help us hire the best lawyers to do this work full time? It was signed, sealed, and delivered because he believed it was the right thing to do.
I've been talking to you now, and this is this is the fourth year. I've come up to this stage at this time of the year, and we made some promises that we were going to build a firm. And then we said, okay, we've got to get the firm built, and we're getting some cases. And I promised you something that, coming in as a football coach or something, that we were going to win. Guess what? If you haven't been reading the press lately, we've been winning. Huffington Post and Breitbart both agreed that the FBI had lied. The New York Times asked, how could the government do such a thing? In 168 terrorism trials, it was the first walk-off acquittal ever. And it only happened because of you all. It only happened because of you.
I am deeply honored and humbled to be here and so proud of the work of the Muslim Legal Fund of America. And I want you to know that I believe in them so much, but more than just I believe in them, I want to contextualize why they're so important in particular right now. One of the things that bothers me the most about Muslim communities, when you go somewhere and the Muslims say, Sister Linda, at this masjid, we don't do politics here. And what I have to remind Muslims in America, every single Muslim, whether you are a Muslim American or not a Muslim American, whether you're an immigrant, whether you just showed up here, that if you woke up this morning and you are breathing and you are Muslim, you are political. You have no choice but to be political. You live in a country that has politicized you. They have racialized you as a Muslim community. Your faith has been politicized. They are passing policies and executive orders based on the faith that you follow. So you can't walk around saying, I am a Muslim that is not political. You don't actually get to answer the question because it is already predetermined that you are political in these United States of America, and you have no choice but to be engaged politically and to support the organizations that are defending your rights to be a Muslim in America. I mean, I would be ashamed if I was from Dallas and the FBI came to my house and I had to pick up the phone and call Khalil, but I didn't donate when I was at the bank. Like, honestly, like I wouldn't even do it. So we have to realize, sisters and brothers, this is about foresight. I'm just saying. You could at least say, I gave my resources to an organization that defended my right to be a whole Muslim in these United States of America. You can at least have that answer. There's much more that we can all do, but the least that we can do is support those that are willing to stand on the front lines of protecting our deen in these United States of America. So thank you, everybody. Assalamu alaikum.